All right, Tamil Nadu woke up to some really tragic news right in the start of today. Captain Vijayakanth's passing. DMDK chief, superstar, has died after he was battling a long battle of COVID, pneumonia and several other health complications that he had had. In fact, supporters gathered right in the early start of this day, right outside his residence to mourn his passing. Chief Minister Stalin too arrived at his residence, expressing his condolences to Captain's family. The state government has announced that Vijayakanth will be laid to rest with full state honours. His mortal remains have now been taken to DMDK's office in Coimbatore. Prime Minister Modi, Rahul Gandhi and several other politicians have also paid their tributes to Captain, highlighting his contributions to Tamil cinema and politics. Captain Vijayakanth was ailing for quite some time, but he had a remarkable presence both on and off air. Known as Captain because of his roles in films as a good cop and army hero. He had indeed a successful stint even in politics, as before he in fact was dragged down by some issues with his health and a slew of defections that came in from his party, the DMDK.
I'm just going to speak to some of them here. They're crying inconsolably. Anna, என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புறீங்க? நாங்க எங்க தலைவர் இதுக்கு அப்புறம் எங்கப்பா பார்க்க போறோம்? எங்க தெய்வத்தை போல ஒரு தெய்வம் இந்த தெய்வம் கிடைக்குமா அந்த உலகத்துல? கிடைக்காது. தெய்வத்தை போல ஒரு தெய்வம் நீ தமிழ்நாட்டுல கிடைக்காது. ஒரு இடம் மட்டும் எங்களுக்கு கொடுங்க. அதான் ஐயா கிட்ட சொல்லி மோடி ஐயா சொல்லி எங்களுக்கும் பீச்ல ஒரு இடம் கொடுங்க ஐயாக்கு. அதான் கேக்குறோம் நாங்க. அதான் பிரச்சனை ஆயினுக்குது. Saying that I don't know when I'll get to see my leader again, and this person here is saying that he should also, Vijayakanth should also be laid to rest in Marina Beach alongside Kananidhi, Annadurai, MGR, Jayalalitha and others. So a lot of such demands coming in that he should be given a fit tribute.
A lot of people, we don't call them as good human beings. He was a good human being. Always his house was open for everybody. And anybody without food, 24/7, 365 days, he was taking care of them. Especially for the low-level functionaries in cinema field, he was always willing to help them. So it's a great personality overall. And more importantly, the inspiration for me from Captain Vijayakanth is he showed us a person with passion, a person with modesty, a person with humility can achieve big things in life. The village he was born and his early upbringing in Tamil Nadu, and the color of his skin was a big detriment for him in Tamil cinema. He broke that stereotypes. He was always a believer. And more importantly, we all felt very sad over the last couple of years that he was not keeping up well. So it's a big loss, serious loss, but I'm very sure that wherever he is, he has left very deep imprints with a lot of young minds. I'm sure they will live up to Captain's trust.
All right, Shilpa joining us on the phone line for more on that. Shilpa, by when will we know of the mortal remains being laid to rest? We hear that he's going to be laid to rest in full state honours. M.K. Stalin, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, overseeing these developments.
Well, Ms. Nabila, in fact, what we're given to understand from the DMDK sources is that Captain Vijayakanth's mortal remains will be laid to rest tomorrow. The final rites will take place tomorrow at 4:45 p.m. at the party headquarters. The party has said at this point in time, and he will, of course, be laid to rest with full state honours. That is what Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin stated earlier today, that Vijayakanth, given his contributions to Tamil cinema, to Tamil politics, and for being the human being that he was, he's being referred to as a man with a golden heart. So for all that, he will be laid to rest with full state honours. And at present, his body, his mortal remains is just not to the party headquarters. And what you're seeing are completely emotional scenes playing out. People are shattered, his fans are shattered, his party workers are completely numb and emotional at this point in time. All of them breaking down and wailing inconsolably the minute his mortal remains was brought here to the party headquarters. There's a wave, there's a sea of people here at the DMDK office, all of them just waiting to catch a glimpse of their leader, of their beloved actor for one last time. And all of them, of course, at this point in time, just recalling the kind of person that Vijayakanth was, the kind of actor that he was, and the kind of political leader that he was. Now, when we speak about Vijayakanth, we need to first speak about him as a human being, because he's often called as a man with a golden heart, someone who's ensured that he's there for the people, for the needy especially. He used to ensure anyone who even came to his residence, he ensured that they do not go with an empty stomach. And even when COVID happened, we saw he was one of the first political party leaders who dedicated his party office and several of his educational institutions as a COVID center where COVID patients could be admitted and their treatment could be carried out. And even when he started an engineering college, he dedicated or he surrendered all the seats in that college to the government quota. So this goes on to show the kind of person he was, as the kind of leader that he was. And that is the reason why there's just an outpouring of grief at this point in time. And when we speak about his films, he was hugely successful and he entered Tamil film industry at a time when superstars like Rajinikanth and Kamal Haasan were dominating the film scene, and yet he made a mark for himself. He resonated with the masses of Tamil Nadu. He chose those characters which struck a chord with the people of Tamil Nadu. He's often known as Karuppu MGR or Black MGR. One, because of the kind of films that he was doing. He was always seen as a go-getter, someone who's doing good for the people, always sending across messages in his film, someone who's fighting for the country, for the state. Because of his charisma, he was also referred to as Karuppu MGR by many. His Captain Prabhakaran film, that of course gave him this name, Captain Vijayakanth, because that was a hugely successful film that released in the year 1991. That was also his 100th film, incidentally. And ever since he came to, he started calling him as Captain Vijayakanth. Now we talk about politics. There again, he's someone who showed that there is hope for a third political force in Tamil Nadu, because his party was founded in 2005. In 2006, when the party fought its first elections, a state assembly election, they garnered a vote share of 8%. Now that sort of went on to show that there is a Tamil Nadu politics, which is there for an alternative political choice.
Right, absolutely. And that's why we see that kind of outpouring of grief from his fans, the people who really looked up to him over the years in acting, in politics. Actor Vishal has broken down while giving out his condolences and remembering Captain. Let's hear it.
Captain Vijayakanth அண்ணா இறந்துட்டாருன்ற விஷயம் இப்போ கேள்விப்பட்டேன். ஆனால் என்னை மன்னிச்சிடுங்க, முதல்ல என்னை மன்னிச்சிடுங்க. நான் சத்தியமாக இந்த நேரத்தில் நான் உங்கள் பக்கத்தில் இருந்து